My name is Isabella McGrath. I am a painter, a photographer, and a printmaker. Currently, I'm an art historian at an art collection in Newport Beach. Art is what I do, and art is my life. I'm very fortunate to be able to do what my heart tells me. I love process art. I think I'm just addicted to it. In this process here, I took a picture of, I think I scanographed the flower, and then this is the x-ray of a different, it's not the same as the new ones, but this is a tiger lily, and then here's some orchids. You can barely see the orchid x-ray in the background, but you can see the orchid scanograph. They just put it on the scanner and let it scan. This one, you can see the x-ray in the background of this lily here. This is my little studio for my x-rays and my photography. Tons of like flower photographs you can see in here, and these are photographs that I made over time. This is the original x-rays that I've done. These are inverted. The x-ray is actually black, but these were the first ones that I ever did in Chicago, and they came out really good. We didn't know what they would show up at all, so we put little barium drops because we didn't know what was going to happen. It was a kind of experiment. My dad was in the x-ray business, kind of how I got it started, and he was an actual technician. Like, this was in 1999, so maybe like 1970s, 1980s, and he knew how to take the photographs, so he went to an outpatient like facility and in like the suburbs of Chicago, and we came up with this. So you can see here like how I would come up with one. That was a different project, but I would take the photograph of the flower and then I would mix it in with the x-ray later, and so you can see how the flower is there, and then you can see how the x-ray came together here. Here's another one of a daisy, and you can see how I combined the x-ray and then the daisy on top of it, just the flowers of the daisy, and then the x-ray remains. After getting the x-rays taken at the doctor's office, I have to scan them into the scanner, and they're usually bigger than the actual scanner itself, so I cut them in, or scan them twice. And this particular scanner just has a 2-inch strip, so I scanned something small, and so we scanned it in and put it on the computer, and I spliced the two scans together and then put it together with the photograph of that flower itself. So it becomes 2 layers, one with the x-ray and one with the flower, and then they get printed out. When I use a sketchbook a lot to create different ideas, I just put a pen to paper and I create many different patterns. And the patterns have been a major focus of my painting and drawings. And then I'll transfer it to canvas and then paint on top of it. So that's very organic and very like subconscious. And then I do some deliberate things with my photography where I just say, this is what I'm going to do. So I have like a paradigm shift in different ways of doing things, and I think that's what creates the diversity in my artwork. A lot of what I do is very serendipitous. I don't really plan out what I'm going to paint color-wise, so I'm really just thinking on the fly right now. I don't, just kind of putting some colors together and seeing what happens, because I just see that didn't work out. It was too transparent, but it wasn't, it was the color I wanted. It just wasn't right. So I'm gonna have to go over it in layers. To me, painting comes out to be very meditative, being in the moment. You know, it's my heart, my spirituality is being in the moment of things. So when I'm painting, I'm directly connected to the paint, myself, the painting, and kind of it's almost like a little magical thing, trying to create the paint and getting the right color and making everything look right. It's not about creating a pretty picture almost, even though the final ones do look good. It's more about the process and being part of myself, and you know, and then my heart and my mind trying to calm it down from whatever's going on in my life. It's kind of a neat experience.